Top 10, presented by Only in Your State.
Hey everyone, welcome to Not Your Average Bucket List. Today we're going to be helping you find the best things to do in North Carolina during September 2023. I'm here with my co-host Marissa. Hey Marissa.
Hi Sarah.
Are you ready to learn what you should be doing in North Carolina?
I hope it involves apples.
Yeah?
Maybe some coastal fun.
Yeah?
Any
maybe.
fairs? County fairs? I don't know, maybe.
We're going to find out together. All right. So, North Carolina in September, it's starting to cool off a little bit, but not by much. You know, it's like 80s. But, you know, if you're experiencing incredibly hot temperatures like North Carolina has this year, it's going to feel a lot better. So, cooling down, starting to, you know, transition into the fall. Not quite yet, but it's probably going to be a relief. So it's time to get outside and enjoy some of the amazing things to do in the state. Number one, we have the North Carolina Apple Festival, and this is September 1st to 4th. So soon after this is recorded and published, it'll be happening. So get up and go. And it's apple season, so you get to celebrate all things apple and autumnal in Hendersonville. So you can see apple themed events and crafts and music. Well, not maybe apple themed music, but all things apple aside from that. So delicious treats and even parades, decorations, all that kind of stuff. And if you love apples, ciders, and all sorts of things, then yeah, get out to the North Carolina Apple Festival. And then number two, it is the monarch butterfly migration whenever the monarchs travel from Canada down to Mexico. So in mid-September to early October, you'll be seeing the monarchs throughout the state. And it's just an amazing phenomenon that you can see. And other states are going to be experiencing this as well. But if you go out and have maybe your camera and binoculars ready, you can see all of the monarchs in the state. And to me, it's just one of those mind-blowing things to see with your own eyes, because how do these little guys know what to do? It's fascinating. And not only that, but beautiful. So get out there and look for the monarchs that are be migrating. Number three, visit High Shoals Falls. High Shoals Falls. There we go. So yeah, it's yet another thing that you can be seeing out in the wild, and it's a beautiful part of the state. And hey, if you're out maybe looking for butterflies, you can go to the falls and just see their natural beauty. And yeah, just really enjoy some of the fall colors that you'll be seeing starting in September and then going into October, depending on the year. So with how hot this year's been, I have no idea how early the leaves are going to start changing, but we'll see. So go to the falls. Maybe you'll see some butterflies and maybe you'll see some fall leaves. It'll be a beautiful, beautiful time. Number four, the Land of Oz on Beech Mountain. And this is going to be on certain weekends in September. So basically, it's a theme park that captures the magic of the Wizard of Oz. And I think, okay, maybe it was something hit the mic. Sorry, I got some feedback. Sorry, everyone. We'll make sure that doesn't hurt your ears. Anyway, so The Wizard of Oz is a classic movie. I haven't seen it since I was but a small child. But if you love the movie and you want to just embrace the nostalgia, you can take a visit to the Land of Oz and Beech Mountain. Anyway, number five, we have the John Coltrane International Jazz and Blues Festival on September 2nd and 3rd. And if you are a fan of jazz or John Coltrane in particular, you should be heading to High Point, North Carolina. And basically, it's just an opportunity to enjoy that genre of music and just all come together. And it's not just celebrating Coltrane, but, you know, there are going to be other artists there too. So not he's not there, but there are going to be artists that are celebrating the legendary jazz musician. So yeah, it'll be a good time. Number six, it is the North Carolina Mountain State Fair, and that's September 8th to the 17th. And look, if you love state fairs, fair food, activities, rides, along with a brilliant background of the mountains, then head to the state fair, because it's one of those things, once state fair season hits, maybe it's not on the top of your list, but it's worth it. Get outside, enjoy the cooler weather, have some delicious but probably horrible for you fair food. And it's one time a year you get to do it. So you might as well go out and have as many deep fried things as you can. Okay. Number 7, we have the Bourbon and Spirits Festival, and that is on September 30th. And yeah, basically it is if you're a fan of adult beverages and maybe you want to learn a little bit more about said adult beverages, you can go to the Bourbon and Spirits Festival.
I
And
love bourbon.
Yes, and it is.
Are you a bourbon fan?
I am. I love Blanton's is my favorite. One, little horsies on top. But I do find bourbon more enjoyable compared to other whiskeys. Like it's so here's how it goes. So if you correct me if I'm wrong, so you get at the top of the family whiskey, all encompassing, and then you have Scotch, which is made specifically in Scotland, right? And then you have bourbon, which is specifically made in no, that's right. Hold on.
I don't know. I was learning something.
Oh, I thought bourbon is specific to the way it's made in the US, typically in like Kentucky question mark, but obviously other states.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, that I definitely was on board with the Kentucky. I know the Bourbon Trail in Kentucky. Yes. And that's kind of just like, where a lot of the bourbons.
The same thing how Jack Daniels is a specific kind of whiskey made in Tennessee. Like it's not, so it's a, look, maybe you should go to the Bourbon and Spirits Festival and you're going to learn a lot more than you are on this podcast. But anyway, it's just a great opportunity to try local spirits and learn a little bit more about them. And sometimes it really is fascinating how much love and devotion are spent on making these, these liquors. And it's like generations of families and different cultures really dedicating a lot of time to that. Number 8, we have the Carolina Classic Fair, also known as the Dixie Classic, or formerly known as the Dixie Classic Fair. And that is on September 29th to October 8th. And it is in Winston-Salem, and it has all the kinds of things you would want at a fair. So rides, exhibits, fair food. And I don't know if it's just me, but sometimes even just walking through a thoroughfare at like a steak fair is just, there's something about it that's so great. You get to people watch, have some food, ride some rides if you're feeling confident, and maybe do a pop a shot, win a giant teddy bear, that kind of thing. So one of those things to do in the middle of September. And number 9, we have Grahamtoberfest, and that is September 23rd. And this is in downtown Graham. And basically it's a kicking off point for Oktoberfest. And it's not just October, guys. It's also in the middle of September. So if you love celebrating German and Bavarian culture and you want to try some delicious food and beverages, then head out to Graham for this Grahamtoberfest. And just so you know, this one specifically is kid friendly. So there are crafts and events and activities for the kids, and it's not just a giant beer tent. So don't worry about that. There's plenty of things for the whole family to do. And then number 10, we have the Liberty Antiques Festival, and that is September 29th and 30th. And if you are a fan of maybe Antiques Roadshow, American Pickers, any of those like find it and evaluate it kind of show, and you just want to learn more about it, you can go to Liberty, North Carolina, and go to the Antiques Festival. You might find some goodies you can pick up and take home, or maybe just ogle at how expensive one tiny, piece of furniture is, which sometimes is what I do. I'm wandering through an antique mall. I'm like, oh, what's this for $500? Okay, that is what it is.
A historic thimble.
Yeah, right. But it's just also a fun time to like wander through and see like Americana history and just all these different items from the past. It's really neat. So it's a great place to go if you're feeling nostalgic and you want to, do a bit of bargain hunting. So that's it for North Carolina. It's cooling down, so get outside, go to some fairs. There's a couple of really unique themed festivals that you can try out, and keep your eye out for the butterflies. And I think that's it. And we're going to have a little bit more of recommendations in the article that Marissa will be linking in the show notes. So check it out.